Hey students, we are doing a Unit 4 review. So over the past week and a half, we've been talking about finding the area of rectangles and quadrilaterals and triangles, trapezoids, composite shapes, and then doing polygons in the coordinate plane. So those things are the things that you're going to be having a little quiz on in the next couple of days. So let's review some of that stuff. Okay, so let's take a look at your review now. Most of this should be fairly simple, and you should be okay with doing this. So let's take a look at number one really quick. Number one, it wants us to find the area of this parallelogram. So again, remember we always start off with the formula that we're going to use. We're going to be using area equals base times height. So do I have the base? Yeah, 3. Do I have the height? Yeah, 7. So area equals 3 times 7, which is 21, and this is centimeters squared. To get full points on this or the quiz, you will have to have all of that information on your paper. So make sure that you are taking those steps. Okay, taking a look at number 2 now, we have a triangle. So we're going to be finding the area of a triangle, which is area equals base times height divided by 2. We have a base of 8 and a height of 4, and we're going to divide it by 2. So our area equals 32 divided by 2. So 32 divided by 2. So 32 divided by 2 equals 16. So we have 16 feet squared. But make sure that you have all of this information there. Okay? All right, I don't want to do all of these with you. I will give you some hints on some of these because, you know, if you can do these, you're going to do fine on the quiz. If you struggle with these, well, then you need to raise your hand and ask your teacher what's going on. This one is a trapezoid. So remember the way that we find the area of a trapezoid is we break it into into a composite figure. So we have a triangle and we have a square here. Let me just give you a hint on this one. So if I'm pointing right here, this whole thing is 5, right? So if that whole thing right there is 5, and I know that from here to here is 3, so from here to here is 3, that makes this part right here 2. So if you know that's 2, you know that one's 3 because this is 3 over here. So from here, you should be able to find the area of that trapezoid. I just wanted to kind of give you a hint on that one. I have a parallelogram. Number 5, it's already broken up for you. So you have your triangle and you have your rectangle. It tells you right here that from here to here is 2 feet. So you know from here to here is 2 feet. So with that information, and with this being 4 feet, well, from here to here is 4, so this has to be 2 feet also. So you should be able to find the area of that composite figure. Again, break these up into pieces, see if you can figure out what they are. This one right here, these ones are finding the polygon in the coordinate plane. You should be able to do those. I do want to look at number 11. So you're finding the area of both these shapes. Again, we're going to be finding the area of a parallelogram, and we're going to be finding the area of a rectangle. So, write your formula for the parallelogram is area equals base times height, and the rectangle is area equals base times height. Yes, they're the same formula. Now, you need a base and a height to find the area of the parallelogram. Now we know that from here to here is 7, but what is this base? All right, guys, I found out what it got cut off. This is an 8, so that's going to help you out. So So we have our base, which is 8, and our height, which is 7. So 8 times 7 is 56, right? So what I just found is all of this is 56 millimeters. But we need to find that rectangle and subtract it out to find the shaded region. So we've got 5 times 3, which is 15. So now we can do 56 minus 15, which is 41 millimeters squared. And that right there is our answer. And that is all of this shaded region. Okay? So that's how you do that one, if you run into that later on or on a test. Let's look at the other page. Okay, so here's the back side of that. Now, these get a little bit more complex because they're word problems, but don't let them fool you. A word problem, when we're dealing with geometry, just draw a picture of what it's talking about. So if we're looking at number 12, it says the base of a parallelogram is 13 yards and the height is 10. What is the area? So I'm going to draw a parallelogram. So here we go, parallelogram. There we go. And we have a base of 13. And we have a height, which is this part, of 10. So we're going to use area equals base times height. Our base is 13. Our height is 10. We're going to go 130 yards squared. So if you have those things, you'll get full credit. Okay, so give those a try. Up to number 15. 15's only hard because you can't see what it's saying there. So let's take a look and see if we can make sense of what it's talking about. So I'm going to erase a few things really quick. And we'll say goodbye to the parallelogram for right now. So goodbye. All right, guys, I want you to try out number 15. I'm going to say this. I want this one to be a bonus. So if you want to skip it and work back to it at the very end, that's fine. I think the rest of these are pretty simple. Number 15 is a little bit difficult, but you may have to draw the picture again, because it says there's a bench around to the base of a tree in the shape of a square, and it's made of 4 trapezoids. So I am having a hard time seeing the picture myself, but if you want to try this one out and see what you get, that's great. If you can't make it out, it's okay too. If you can do the rest of the problems on this page, you're ready to take the test. So once you get done with this review, you need to ask yourself this question: did I know how to do these things? If you are saying to yourself, ooh, I don't get this, well, I would strongly encourage you to go back and revisit some of the other assignments that you have done, watch the videos that have been created, and make sure that you have done everything that you can to get ready for this test. I've told you what's on it. You should be able to, you can look up other videos, and if you're still struggling, you can always ask your teacher. We're here to help you. All right, guys, good luck.